Hey everyone, welcome to another episode of Set It Off. It's me, your favorite host, your girl Simply Sent on the mic. And before, you already know how this goes, before we go ahead and get started, I want to make sure that you remember to click that little button in the bottom and subscribe. Remember, you have to like, comment, share, and subscribe. Send this over to your friends. Get in tune with us because it's the only way you're going to stay connected and know what's going on, just like today, because we have a little surprise. But you already know how this goes. On the other side with me, my hardworking woman, the coolest mother you will ever meet, the sweetest and caring soul. She's actually my balance. She's my best friend, your co-host, Miss Wendy P.
What's up?
Hello, baby girl. But I'm very excited for this because today, been waiting for this night, we have a special guest. He is the founder and CEO of Molding Hearts Production. He's known for independent films such as Bad Girls Virtual Woman, The Love Coach, Vegan Virgin, The Junkies, and Dirty Old Cars. His work can be seen on Amazon Prime, Pluto, Tubi, and so many other platforms. He's a graduate of Alabama A&M University. He's an educator. He's also a writer, director, executive producer, and author. He is Atlanta's very own Brandon L. Holland, baby. How are you? Wow, but that intro was like, I was like, it felt so good to say all those things.
I feel like I should be getting an Oscar after that. I love it.
I don't have an Oscar, but I have a lipstick that I could offer you because it's like my favorite lipstick, and you can just treasure it forever.
Okay.
It's actually my best friend's line.
Okay. Shout out to your best friend.
Hot yummy lips, and it's like you can't see my lips very well, but let me tell you something. These lips, they be popping, girl. If you don't know, now you know. But how are you? I'm so excited to have you.
I am
Yes.
doing good. Thank you guys so much for having me. I appreciate it. I am doing well. I'm on vacation this week, so I am doing amazing.
Nice. So you just like chilling? Are you like doing anything throughout the vacation?
I'm doing a couple of production things and of course getting ready for the movies coming up. But really I'm just relaxing, so I am enjoying it.
I love that. But before I start real quick, I want to give a huge shout out to my sister-in-law Madeline for hooking this up because she has talked so highly about you. She's always letting me know, like, you need to get to this, you need to see this, you need to watch this. So shout out to her. We definitely appreciate her. I'm new in Atlanta. I just moved here in January. So all
Okay.
of this, like getting the whole scenery of Atlanta, getting to know new people, new faces is like it's been amazing. It's a great experience. I honestly love it. How long you been living here for? Well, were you always living here?
So I'm originally from Alabama. I have been here 11 years, going on 12.
Oh,
Nice.
okay.
Yeah, so I'm pretty much a native now. I've been here for a while.
Do you like it?
So I love being here. It has had its challenges for sure, but
Yeah,
I have enjoyed being here. I've had some great times and not so great times,
I
but
know.
it's been good. I had a great experience here, though.
That's good. That's amazing.
It
Well,
is not for the weak. Atlanta's not for the weak.
oh my God, everybody has told me that. And I think I notice it sometimes more in there. I guess it depends on the
The
type of like
lifestyle?
lifestyle. Yeah. And because when I remember coming here a few years ago when Super Bowl was out here, because I came for work and
Okay.
working out here, it was like a group of us. We got recruited from Miami to work and host in a lot of locations during Super Bowl. And I was just like, oh my God, Atlanta's crazy. It's like so much fun. But I also come from Miami. There is no crazier lifestyle than Miami when it comes to the night.
Okay.
So it's like,
Yeah. Okay. You say Miami. Okay, that's
yeah,
yeah.
so it's like,
Okay.
it's different, but moving out here now and like obviously having my kids out here and I just had a baby, so it's like I love it. I love it. I think it's definitely it's good, it has its bad, but it's definitely very well for like families. I love the whole like family part of being out here. I
For
always tell my
sure.
best friend that I'm like, there's a lot of things to do out here with kids, family wise. So it's like you could go party and then you could go be a parent and have the whole family thing going.
I thought it would have been the opposite, honestly, but I guess that's because I'm here and single, so I don't know.
Yeah.
Mm-mm.
I
My
avoid all the places with kids.
All right, so I want to go ahead before I know she has questions that she wants to ask you, but I have one personal question that I want to ask you, and that is
Uh-oh.
I know that it's nothing bad, but I know that you've been doing this for a few years already. Um, about more than 7 years.
Yeah.
Okay, so you've been doing this for a long time. I do know that you lost both of your parents
Hmm.
a long time ago. So my question is, was losing your parents the reason why you started getting into film, and are you trying to like deliver a message throughout your films? Is it a particular reason why you film certain stuff, or is it just because they're just like something that you're just going with the flow, or you just going based off what's popping?
So to be completely honest, when I first got into this, I started doing stage plays. My parents' passing did play a large part of it. So my mom used to be a writer. She started off doing just like skits for like church or whatever, but they always did like really well. So when my mom passed, I was just like, they had asked us to do something for church when I was in college, and I was just like, maybe I'll redo the skit that my mom did. And I literally was just doing it for fun at first. And
Wow.
then I noticed that the skit started, people started requesting the skit. So we started doing it more. So I started adding things. Then I said, well, why don't I just do a play in like the city or something and see if anybody would show up? Because the skits had grown so big, the church that we were doing the skits at was not big enough anymore for the skits. So I was like, well, let's just do a play to see what happens. So I started doing plays. And it kind of worked out. So it's a gift that I felt like I inherited from my mom.
Mm-hmm.
At first, it was just like an outlet to deal with their passing, and then it became something that then I switched over to film, which I haven't been in film as long as I have been actual in production itself. And so when I got an opportunity to do film, I just always been infatuated with like psycho thrillers. So I started to do things that I really wanted to do. Because then when I first started out, because I have a very, very tough religious background, come from a very religious family, I started off doing like the Christian plays and telling Christian stories.
Okay.
And then I was like, I really like telling stories that are erotic, and I like telling stories that are about church. So as I grow as an artist, I've explored just all genres as it relates to film. So I don't even say that I would have a certain genre, but I feel like if I had to pick the two, it would be religion,
Religion.
and it'd be the erotic. So I would
Okay.
tell erotic stories and
Interesting.
church stories. Yeah, but
I like
it did start off with the passing of my parents. It was just like an outlet, but then it became something that I became passionate about. And once I learned more about the industry and wanted to do more, um, it just became really broad. So I don't have a very limited um, line of work at this point. I pretty much do whatever I feel like doing, and that's what I love about creating. So I just do what I want to do.
That's really good. God, not everybody's built with that. Let me tell you, you definitely got to be like, that's something that comes within, because not everybody's built with that type of talent. I'm sorry. It's the
Yeah,
truth.
yeah, no, I agree with that 100%. I have to tell people all the time that it really is a God given gift. You can't just wake up and be like, "Oh, I want to create a story. I want to create a script." It doesn't work like that. It literally is a gift. And some people, they can go to school and they can learn it and different things like that. But I have no background or schooling
Right.
in film, so it really was just like a gift that I received. So I'm thankful for that.
Interesting. I've always said that people do have a talent. They just don't know what their talent is.
Yes.
Everybody has a talent. Everybody has something that they're great at. You just gotta go out there and seek it, because you know what? This was it for you. And this is something you didn't even get educated on, like you're saying. You didn't go to like a school to learn this, and you've done a great job. So just imagine how many other people have hidden talents within them that they don't even know about.
Yeah, I agree 100%. It was just like something I was doing for fun, and then it just started getting bigger and bigger, and I'm just like, oh man, I don't even know where this is going now. And so now I'm so engulfed in it. It's like this long term relationship. But like, I don't know how I got here, but we've been together so long.
Oh
I
my
got to stay here and make it work. So that's kind of how it is after a while. Nah,
I
'cause
love
it
it.
gets really tough. It gets tough.
That's
Especially when
awesome.
you enjoy doing it. It's when you enjoy doing the work that's the best. And like you said, you do whatever you want. Like that's even better. Like, hey,
Yeah,
this is my
I
film.
love
I'm
it.
gonna do this. That's awesome.
I can't. Yeah, I can't wait to wake up one day and just like this is what I'm doing. at my own will and my own choice. As you stated, I'm still an educator, so of course I still work full time, but I do production full time. So it literally, consumes most of my life. But I definitely love having the option to. It gives me. It's such an outlet, especially like once you like just imagine like what we do like for our regular or daily lives, right? But having this outlet like your podcast or whatever it is that you do, just having this outlet to create where you can speak freely, you can say what you want,
Part
and
of
it's just it just brings like this joy and this freedom. So I absolutely love it. I definitely look forward to doing more productions and things as time
That's
passes.
great. Well, don't worry, we're ready. Just remember when you go get your Oscars and you go get all these Emmys and stuff. Remember the little people that had you on their podcast when we started, okay?
Oh, for sure. I would never forget it. For
And we
sure, for sure.
Right? We're
Right. Interviewing me on the red carpet. Listen, I love it. I was like, oh, I got to talk to the Set It Off podcast. Hold on. Give me a minute.
you go.
That's awesome. Oh my God. All right. I know you have questions to ask, Wendy. I'm gonna let you go ahead and talk without
Yep.
interrupting you.
Wendy
So
about
I
to
know,
get in my business.
no, I know that she mentioned that you have Prime, Pluto, some of the streaming apps, but most importantly, Tubi, right, is one of the apps that you use for your streaming, right, of your movies. Okay. So I use Tubi now. I watch movies all the time. There a lot of people are saying that's like the next Netflix. Like, do you agree? Like, do you feel like that's giving you more views? How is it working with them?
So, um, I always tell people that so I have distribution, so we're in multiple places, but right now Tubi is one of the most popular. I don't
Mm.
know if you guys saw the reviews that came out recently with Tubi made over $900 million just last year,
Mhm.
and that's not including the years leading up to. It's been a successful platform for independent creators like myself. It was one of the best things that I felt like could have happened for people like myself. It first started off, it was Amazon Prime. Prime was doing the same thing as Tubi was doing. I don't know if people were kind of paying attention to like what's happening as far as the industry, but it started off with Amazon Prime, and then it became Tubi. I am thankful for a platform like Tubi, Prime, and all of the other platforms because we're on Xfinity. There's Fossum, there's Pluto, there is it Voodoo, or there is YouTube now rents movies. That's Google Play. So I've been on multiple of those platforms. Even Microsoft has their own streaming platform now, and so to have your project streamed on all of these platforms, um, I never take it for granted. I'm really really grateful for the opportunity. But platforms like Tubi, it's the best thing that could have ever happened for independent creators. So I've had some great successes. With some projects on Tubi, but not so great successes. So of course I hear all the jokes or whatever, and that's fine. But the check's still clears. So
Oh,
I'm
right.
That's all that matters.
I'm
Yeah.
here. I'm here for it. Yeah, I'm here for it.
That's all that matters.
That's like podcasts, right? There's gonna be videos you get more views than others, so it's almost a similar.
Yep,
Have
it's the
any?
same. And same with music. All pretty much all of us are like in the same market to try to get
Exactly.
consumers to buy into what we're selling. So
Yeah, that's awesome. Do you future wise, do you are you thinking Netflix? Is that one of your goals? Because obviously Netflix has been always been big, but is that one of your goals?
my goals are far beyond me at this point, and if I'm being completely transparent, this year I met with some of the biggest people in network and TV this year. So I just knew that this year was like my year to do it right.
Yeah.
Um, I'm just gonna say that this year has been really extremely disappointing and frustrating. So I am working to move things to the next level. I don't um, downplay any of the platforms that have provided me opportunities as an independent. But sure, I would love to see my work on Watch All Black or on Netflix or Hulu or TLC, BET
Yeah.
Plus,
Right.
and those are networks that I've been having conversations with the last few months. So I am just looking for the right opportunity for me to be able to do that. So that is definitely the goal and definitely the plan. Um, and again, you can do so much as an independent as yourself, but when you have like a large platform like Netflix or Bravo or some of the other larger platforms supporting you and putting money behind you, like
Yeah.
the opportunities are limited, are limitless. So yeah, I look forward to that. I love having the opportunity to create my own stuff and have to pay for it. However I can, whether it be friends, investor, or my own money, that's cool. But if I can have Netflix money and
It's
do
different.
use Netflix nudges, listen, that's a different conversation. So I
That
look forward to being able to doing that. I pray that I'm able to do that very soon.
listen, you got to speak it all into existence, and it will work. I promise you, it's gonna happen.
Yes, I agree
Yes.
100%.
That's well, wow. Before you get to Netflix, if you ever need, two Dominican Latinas, oh, we got the bad one. Listen, I don't just do podcasts. I could be a little bit of an actress. They already say I'm pretty funny. I got a little bit of everything. They call me a sour patch. So you could holler at us. We will be
Listen,
grateful to be there.
as soon as I call you, don't act shy, because
I'm a
everybody, listen, everybody say that until I make the call. Until I make the call, everybody's like, "Oh, I want to be in a movie. I want to be in a movie." All right, cool. And then when I
I'm
make the call, they'll be like, "Well, I don't know if I'm ready yet."
we are
Exactly.
this is why
That
we
would be
are
me.
this is why we're best friends because she is literally my balance. I tell you, you got a good angel and you got the bad angel. Cause she's shy, but we could get that out of her. But me, don't get me started. And don't put me on a mic and don't put me in front of the camera because it's kind of dangerous. I'm gonna tell you. So I'll be back. Just let me know when you're ready to call it.
Okay. All right, I'm making a note. I'm, I'm gonna see if you're serious. I'm making a note.
So I know that you have. Okay, actually, no. Before I even get to that question, let me ask you something. So, how is it like managing your personal life with managing that lifestyle? The
Um,
lifestyle of being a director, having to be working hours, long hours, creating stuff. Obviously, I know you're always busy, you're on about. So, how does Brandon, the director, become a different person? Like, who is Brandon when he's just Brandon versus who is Brandon when he's the director?
Yeah.
Brandon, when he is not, I had to laugh because I'm so multifaceted. No,
Okay.
listen. When I'm not on set, I'm having a great time. I'm having a good time. I just came back from St. Martin for my birthday. I turned 40 this year. Had a
Nice.
huge party.
Happy belated.
Parties. Then I went to the islands. So when I'm not working, I'm playing. And so I'm gonna be honest. I don't have a great balance with my work and play life right now. The last year, so I've really committed like harder to work. So I kind of like cut the play out a little bit. So I
Okay.
don't get to go out, and I do miss a lot of important things if I'm being honest, because I'm just being so work focused. And my family lives out of town, so I don't always make every function that they have. I don't always make a lot of important things that are important to people, right? But the things that are truly important, I really try to make time for those things. Like if
Right.
it really means something to you, I really make the sacrifice. I'm not gonna work. I'm not gonna film. I'm gonna be there. Especially if it's like for example, my uncle and his wife, they both turned 60, and they wanted me to host their 60th birthday party. So I couldn't miss it. It didn't matter what I had going on. I had to cancel it because I couldn't miss it. So things like that are important to the people that care about me and that I care about. I try to go the extra mile. So I don't have a good balance yet. I'm working on it.
Okay.
I would love to date, and
Not dating? Listen,
no.
time is clicking. You need to get it together. You need
Dating.
to have a little bit of love in your life, right?
Yeah. I would love to date and do more fun things, but that's just not what I'm doing right now.
I'm not shy.
But I'm open to it.
I'm
I just feel like, listen, but y'all know how it is. Like your time is already limited, right? You just don't have a lot of time to waste. And a lot of times when people come in your life, they want to waste their time. And I'm just like, I don't have time to waste. I'm not
Exactly.
playing. I can't do inconsistency. I'm just like, I'm really focused. So I need my relationships to kind of make sense in that regard. And I need somebody who doesn't like need me around all the time, like under them 24/7.
stuff,
And
yeah.
somebody that understands that that I'm committed to my work.
Yeah,
and I can balance it if I had to, but you have to give me a reason to.
of course.
Right.
I
I
But
agree.
yeah,
completely. Well, I'm rooting for that because let me tell you something. Love always wins, and I'm gonna
I
need a little.
believe it.
Maybe I have a feeling that once that happens, you're gonna change your films. They're no longer gonna be religion. They're no longer gonna be. They're probably gonna be talking about those. You might switch it up now. You don't wait for that right time to come. Watch, it's gonna come.
But we're gonna see what happens.
When you least expect. Oh, let's see the shyness.
We got listen. We are gonna see what happens. I am keeping my eyes open,
Good. That's a good thing.
but I have no potential, whatever. So
That's good though.
we'll
That's
see what happens.
don't block any of God's blessing, no matter how busy you are.
Yeah, for sure.
Because sometimes, like I've heard this and it might sound weird to people, but it's not weird to me. Like I don't like when people ask me, where do you see yourself in 5 years? And I'm gonna tell you why. Because what if I see myself this way? But what if in the means of getting there, that's not what God wanted for me?
Yeah.
So then I just closed a whole bunch of other options that could have probably been the best thing for me, just because in my mind, well, this is where I see myself in 5 years, and I'm only going this route. No, I don't know
Mm,
where I see myself in 5 years, is my answer. I don't know. Because you know what? I want to leave my doors open and let God
Mhm.
take me and lead me whichever way He thinks that I'm gonna go, or He thinks that I deserve to be, or that's His way, that's His route for me, that's where He's placing me.
that's
So
a great perspective. I love that.
it is, right? So I just think that, same thing for you. Keep doing what you're doing. Don't stop. Stay
Right.
focused. Stay busy. Become that superstar that you are. And whatever gets placed in you is going to get placed in front of you for a reason because that's
Agree.
how God wanted it to be.
Agree. I love
Amen,
that.
sister.
Amen. I
So,
spoke it into existence.
big sister. So when I sent out my wedding invitations, I was like, no, I'm just kidding. I gotta start dating first.
Listen. I'm aiming for that wedding ring too. So don't worry. You're gonna be in you're gonna be there. I'm gonna need you to bring like the cameras. I want it to be like a movie. Like I want it big.
Oh,
My
I
man
got
is gonna be
you.
like this.
I
My
got
wedding.
you. I got you.
At her wedding.
Don't get me out here because I'll be extra as hell.
No, you should. We gonna live
But
one time.
that's really, really great. So I know you have a movie coming out.
Hmm.
Is it more than one
Hmm.
in
I have,
November?
I have two coming out on November the 11th.
I'm seeing everybody talk about it. You're mentioning it. I've seen your hard work. Like, can we get a little bit of insight on it, a little sneak peek, or what we doing?
Yeah. So the first movie that we did was called The Junkies, and The Junkies is about two cousins who were starting a moving company, but in the midst of starting a moving company, they get a call from an old friend who used to be a drug pusher, and so they end up finding themselves like in a situation where they're moving more than furniture and things from house to
Oh
house.
my
That
So
sounds
because
that
of
sounds
things, so it's kind of it's a comedy. If you guys ever seen Friday, it's kind of similar to the style of Friday with the Craig and Day Day story. So we have like two guys, Christian Davis and Carly Owens. They are playing like the Craig and Day Day, so they're like really funny. We
God.
see the dynamics of that. So that one's coming out November the 11th. And then we have, and I'm heavy on female genre, just FYI, when I first got into a lot of movies with female genre.
love that.
It's called The Vegan Virgin, and it's about a girl who goes through a breakup, and she's just like, I gotta really do something drastic, so I'm just gonna start my life over again. And so she decides to give up meat and to give up meat. So,
Okay. Both.
so we kind of, and so she gets her group of friends to join the pack with her, and basically the story kind of follows them trying to um, continue the journey as virgins and vegans.
Oh, we're gonna have to see that one together one day.
And it's like a romantic comedy too.
Okay. Okay. Excited for this. Can't wait to watch it.
Yeah,
Yeah, that sounds really
both of the projects turned out really, really well. We got some really heavy hitters in the vegan version, so I'm super excited about that. And we are potentially having a premiere on November the 9th.
And
So
Georgia,
yes, so I
okay,
will see the information so
leave
you
it.
guys can
It's like I'm
come. Yeah,
There.
we'll send you the information so you can come red carpet style. But it's supposed to be November the 9th, but I'll let you know for sure.
there.
Awesome.
You know?
How exciting. Oh my God. That's so, oh, I can't wait to watch it. We're going to have to get on a call, Wendy, and watch that together. Maybe we
Yeah.
can
So November
have,
11th, both movies.
yes.
Yep. Both movies are scheduled to come out on November the 11th.
Yeah,
So
I definitely want to see both
yeah,
of those.
I didn't plan for them to come out on the same day, but it's cool. I'm excited. I'm excited about it. And
Maybe
the
we should
Junkies is
watch it
one.
and have the podcast on something.
Right? Yeah, we got to do that.
We'll figure
Okay.
something
There.
out.
I
And
love
yeah, and with the Junkies, it's a story that I actually came up with and created. I didn't come up with the vegan version. I directed that, but I did direct both of them. So I helped write on the Junkies though. So I'm excited. And I do have another movie that's coming in February, but we haven't dropped the information about it yet. But I do have. It's an erotic film. It's called To Love and to Cherish. And it's that's a part one that's already out. It's called To Have and to Hold, and then part two is called To Love and to Cherish.
Okay, wait, I think I've seen that one. It's on Tubi, right?
Yeah,
Yes, we were actually,
I've been watching a lot more on Tubi
daughter was
now.
talking about it. She was like, I don't think I could watch that. She's like, but mom, I think this one is good. I was like, probably not. Let me watch it first. Okay, okay,
yeah, you may. Yeah, it's adults only. But the
okay.
part two of that is it is a reiteration of part one, and it's just talking about how sex is the response and the answer to fixing your relationship, and new sexual experiences is the cure all for your relationships. And so in part two, the three couples who are all friends, they decide to swap, and
Oh,
it's
Ooh.
just it gets really good. It's good.
oh.
It's a good
Ooh.
story.
Watch that one.
Don't
Yeah. So part two is really good. You're like, oh, yeah.
Wow,
So it's good.
good. That's not. I really gonna see that one.
Yeah.
that's very
I just
interesting.
feel like I feel like each project that I've been doing lately, everything is getting better and better. So it's just gonna get better from here. So I'm super excited about that.
It is. That's awesome. So definitely proud of you. You see, like hard work definitely plays out at the end. So that's a good part of it.
Agree.
Yeah,
Um, what were you gonna say, Wendy? Before I think I had interrupted you earlier. You were gonna ask him something.
um, can't recall.
Okay.
What was
Because
I asking?
I know once I start
Oh, I
talking, I'll
think
be
we
forgetting.
kind of. Yeah, no, you're good. You're good. You're good. I think we kind of bits and pieces.
Yeah. So let me ask you something else. You've been in, didn't you have a podcast before?
So I do have a podcast, Real Talk with Brandon. I just finished my first season. I am in conversations about how to do the next season
Okay.
with some people. So yeah. No, so I was doing the podcast.
Some advice or pointers for a person who's experienced, this is our first time doing this. This is something that we just like, not of course it wasn't like a one day to another thing, but it was just like we are always, so just so that you know really briefly, we have been friends for over 10 years and we talk on FaceTime like religiously every morning. It doesn't matter that I moved from Miami. It's just like we always talk and we catch up on everything throughout FaceTime calls. So we were like, I love to talk and say some stuff here and there. I don't like to keep my mouth. I'm very, this mouth of mine is very unfiltered. It gets me into some trouble sometimes because I'm very like outspoken. Like I want to use the word I
Same.
very verbal, like I vocalize everything. But it was just a great way for us to like get in tune with everybody, share a lot of stories that we've been through. Most definitely, traumas, expectations as women that we have, parenting. Both of us have kids. We've been in hard relationships. For me, it was more like everything I've been through in my life to end up where I'm at now in such a better place, to find happiness when I thought at one point it wasn't going to exist, whatever. So, long story short is that we got on this and we have had, I mean, don't get me wrong, we've had a great turnaround. We have had, this is I think our ninth episode. We engage a lot. We probably engage even more with like views on social media than we do on YouTube, but we have a good turnaround, most importantly. But what I love is that we actually engage with people, where we have so many DMs constantly of people talking to us about their experience, how they could relate, or thank you for the message. And basically, it's just like, I always tell people, we're not famous. We're not girls that are just interviewing famous people. We're just two humble girls, like two moms, single. I'm in a relationship now. We've been through it all, but we want to get everything out. We want to talk about everything. The nightlife, because working in the nightlife was interesting for me. The rappers, the athletes, the being a mom, the battling all these jobs, like just everything overall. I think this was the perfect platform for us. So you that have done this, you that have experience, you that in that industry, like, what is the one thing you could tell us, or what advice can you give us to keep us going?
Um, I've had a chance to look through your podcast, and I think that you guys are already kind of doing a good job. You already have a natural chemistry, and you're talking about things that people want to talk about, especially women. I think once you figure out what your target audience is, that you'll know even more like how to like center your topics, and saying like how to continue to engage your people. People want to hear about relationships. People want to hear about honesty. They want to hear about truth.
Yeah.
And you both are beautiful women, respectfully, and so people will look at you and think like, it's perfect. You probably don't have the same experiences as other women. So I just think continue to build on that. Continue to just share the things that you actually know. And I think where a lot of people fail and don't find themselves successful is they're trying to tap into things they don't know anything about.
I don't know
Yeah,
exactly.
like I would never get on the podcast and talk about being a mom. I'm not a
Right.
parent. I'm not a mom. I'm not a woman. I can't relate to any of that, but I can understand it from the perspective of I am a school teacher. I'm there with moms. I know that the kids, don't have their fathers or whatever, just whatever the situation is, right? So I just think being your true, authentic self, like you guys are already doing, and continue to just make your stories relatable and topics that people want to hear and know about as it relates to your podcast. I think you guys will continue to be successful. And to be honest with you, I'm very particular. So, so I like what you guys are doing already. And so, and I think that if you guys remain consistent with it, then I think you guys will continue. I think you'll do well.
Oh,
And people will come for the right and the wrong reasons, but
You're
just at the end of the day, listen, we're just here to do a job. Yeah,
right.
right.
and continue to do it because you love doing it, and remember the reasons why you got into it in the first place.
Yeah.
And I feel like I'm preaching to myself because
Ah,
listen, because I have these moments where I be like, forget film, forget TV, forget this stuff because it's so hard, it's so stressful, and it's hard to do it by yourself. But just remembering why I do it, that helps me stick to what I know. So
you're so
that's
right. Oh my God, thank you. Definitely thank you for those words. They actually mean a lot, especially coming from you. I know that you know a lot. And but you said something that definitely caught me, and it's like knowing um our audience and what it is that catches them more. And I've noticed that lately, like when I start going through stuff and I look at the views or the comments and this, and I'm like, it's crazy. Like this one particular thing would get like so many views and like
yeah,
2,000 and something. And this one thing that you would think that it would be like very educational is like nothing. I'm like, people
right.
just want to, the thing is, truth be told, people want to hear people talking shit.
That's
People
it.
people love it. Not, I don't want to say they love it. It's an entertainment for them. The fact that they
Yeah,
can and just listen to stuff and then they be like, oh shit, oh this girl got a point. Oh this.
that's why I'm waiting to get it. I'm ready to get into the messy stuff. Like what we talking about? I got all the professional stuff out of me. Now we gonna get down to the good shit. Like let's get to it. I'm ready.
Let me ask something. You there out and about here in Atlanta. Like, how is that that nightlife industry? How is that? How messy is it? Is it
So
like producers with producers, executives with executive, creators with creators? Like, what's going on? Like, do you really see, like they say in the movies, that you got to get to that person to get to that person to be that person? Like, so
yo, let's just be honest, right? It really is about who you know. Um,
I figure.
and I and I hate to be in the position that I'm in making this comment because people will say things to me like, "Oh, you're gatekeeping," and stuff like that, which is not the case at all, right? But it's like any space that you create is like a safe space, right? So when we're talking about like, and I'm talking about set life, and then I'm gonna come back to nightlife. So like set life, right? So this is my job outside of my job. I'm not going to work with anybody who makes my job hard, right? I'm not going to work with anybody who makes the task that I love doing difficult or whatever like that. So you may see a lot of the familiar faces that you've seen in projects before because it's not because they know me. It's not because they hang out with me. That's what people think, right? It's not the case, but sometimes it plays a part. If you have a relationship with people, it's
A good
easier to
bond.
work with those people because they already know what the standard is, they know what the expectations are. I'm just saying like that. So it's not gatekeeping. So I hate when people say that, but it's a thing. As far as like industry, it's definitely who you know. And you used to hear things and see things on TV like when people like fuck their way up and stuff like
Yeah.
that. It's real. It's very much real. Um, you know, you when you're in a position of power, people offer you all kinds of things. And it's just really about being integral. It's about having some control and discipline and things like that. Because don't get me wrong, I love expensive gifts like the next person. You buy me the right gift, who knows? I might be.
Girls, right?
I'm just saying, if you buy me the right gift, I mean, shit. I might do a little.
So just one little expensive gift might get you up there. You never know.
100%, but no. No, and I try to keep
Any
work separate, but
industry.
yeah, no. Yeah, but no, as far as like
We
nightlife and
all like a
whatever,
little expensive gift here and there. Ain't nothing wrong with that.
listen, we are all human, but
How you feel about having like a little sugar daddy, sugar mama?
I'm gonna log out of Facebook real quick.
Come on, set it off. Tell me something.
I'm gonna log off. I'm gonna log off. Um, I think that we are living in times where we gotta do what we gotta do to get by. Okay, this is
It's
I need somebody who wants to help fund my dream. That's the
right.
correct way to say that. I am
I
gonna let I will allow them to do so. Okay, I don't
Okay.
care who it is.
Ain't nothing wrong with that. I agree with you on that.
Yeah, listen, we need help. What do we call a help meet? Okay, I need you to help meet these needs, to help meet these bills every month. Okay, so
I
that's
agree with
all I'm saying. And I don't have a situation like that, or I would be doing more movies.
So
Wait, so are you okay? Are you okay with getting? Are you okay with going to eat at the Cheesecake Factory?
Say it again.
Are you okay with going to eat at the Cheesecake Factory?
Maybe I would tear Cheesecake Factory up. Okay, so I will be putting that in a movie soon because I felt like that was so dumb. I'm like, girl, what are you talking about? Talking about you want to go to Cheesecake Factory? Nobody taking you nowhere.
Nowhere. First of all,
exactly.
you're even not going out on a first date to even a damn fancy restaurant.
Baby, sign me up to go to Cheesecake Factory, please.
I love
Any
Cheesecake
day.
Factory.
Okay, so you
Chili too.
obviously are in tune and connected with the blogs and social media and all these podcasts. How do you
Oh,
feel about those topics where they're just talking about how, like, the woman or just wants and doesn't want to bring nothing back in return because she feels like she is the woman and she's the trophy. And then you have these men that they just feel like, well, I don't have to well, what do you bring to the table before I sit here and tell you what I bring to the table? Like, so how do you feel about those conversations? Like, you at a person who's already at the age that you're in, you're pretty sure you have a little bit more experience.
baby, we don't have all day to address this, but I'm gonna say this. Um, I'm just gonna say that, and I'm not getting no women because y'all I'm outnumbered tonight. I'm just gonna say I miss the modesty of a woman. I miss women being modest because all of the things that are being said, these are things that were already done for like years. Like I don't know everybody's family dynamic, right? But most of our grandmothers, aunts, grandmothers, great grandmothers, they were taken care of by men. It was never, but they never asked. They never made it this thing to like where people is where I'm being getting accolades because a man is doing this for me. That's always been an understanding, especially if you come from like a traditional state like Alabama, which is where I come from, our traditional family. My dad always took care of my mom. My granddaddy always took care of my grandma. Provided they literally love the idea of coming home and giving their check to that woman. Like most men have all that has been established since day one. That has always been a thing. And so now I think that the frustration is coming with the men because it's being verbalized. And so this is one of those times where I hate social media. I'm just like, why don't y'all talk so much? This has always been the case, but now you're messing it up for the people who've already been receiving these things. Or
Yeah.
Right.
this has always been the expectation. I've always expected a man to provide for a woman if they're together. You know, I don't feel like, and again, I don't feel like it's for boyfriend or girlfriend. And I'm just this is just my opinion. I don't feel like the expectations are for boyfriend or girlfriend unless you guys are like in a situation where you like live together, you have a family. Like is you get what I'm saying? Like there are certain situations where it's different. But I'm just your girlfriend, we're just dating. And there's no fucking way I should be paying your rent or your bills. I don't expect nobody to pay my rent or my bills, and I'm just dating you. You get what I'm saying? But if we live in a household together, hell yeah, I expect you to pay whatever. I mean, like, bring your best, whatever that is. I don't expect, you know what I'm saying, like, you know what I'm saying, to be equal or whatever. I just feel like just bring your best at the end of the
That's true. But and what you said at the beginning is correct. I think that the problem in this era is that a lot of women are too busy being masculine versus
day.
being feminine.
Feminine.
So they're losing their femininity. That's what it is. And that's why now they just think that because they bring what they call a lot to the table, which realistically speaking, let's be honest, being having a job and being independent, working a 9 to 5, paying your own bills because you live alone, that doesn't make you a high value woman. You're
No,
just a woman. You're an adult. That's what you're supposed to you that those are not and people hate that I get into these topics because they say I always defend men, but it's not about defending. It's just let's be realistic. If I
Right.
work and I take care of my home and I take care of my kids, that doesn't just mean that I require this and I require this because I am this woman, I am independent. No, bitch, you're a fucking grown up. You're an adult. That's what you do as an adult. You work, you take care of home, you take care of your kids. Once you have a man and he comes and you live together, you build a home with your man, then obviously your man becomes the provider. And then you still become whatever you want to call it, the housewife, the woman that's still giving her percentage and doing what she's supposed to do. So I think that that's the problem that I see very big, and it's something that we always touch in topics and episodes is that these women are just like, oh, the things that I hear on these episodes, these girls, these topics are just like, you're just fucking it up for all of us. Because truth be
yeah,
told, that's why a lot of men out here, they don't want to fucking date. And they want to get to know you, but they just want to fuck you. They
yeah,
don't want to
Yeah.
sit here and date or pursue something with you. Because from the moment they sit down with you and you're interviewing them, like, yo, so what do you bring to the table? Like, my nigga, what the fuck do you bring to the table?
yeah. And I think that shouldn't even be a first meet conversation. Now I'm not gonna lie to you. I be want to know what do you do. That's the first question I be want to ask. Like, what do you do?
Well,
But
Yep.
I
I
but I
sure
feel like
do.
I just feel like it should not be a first question conversation though. I feel like it should
maybe
be a first conversation question. I mean, I just think that that's something that you should just kind of over time let it kind of reveal because I feel like sometimes we miss out on good people because of the whole money thing. But let's just be honest. At a certain age, look, I have adult bills. I need somebody who has what I have or more, or it's nothing you
Right.
can really do for me. Like because I could get sex from anywhere. I don't need that, baby. I
And
need money.
yeah, I agree with you on
that's why I
that.
do
The you
ask those questions. What do you do for work? Like, listen, I'm not trying to waste my
You
time. I'm
cannot ask
42.
that on the first date.
Shoot.
And
I do
maybe
ask
that's
that though.
so
I be like,
ridiculous.
so how old are you? How many do you have kids? And what do you do for work? Those are my top three questions.
I
One, I
told her
have
the other day
kids,
in the
so
episode.
no, no more
You
kids.
can't ask those questions first. You
I
gotta
know.
wait.
Maybe that's why
You
I
need to wait till like the third date.
date.
You
Or
got
maybe just be observant. I think that maybe you should just observe the person. Take
Oh
the
well,
few.
but no, but and Google. Don't just observe, but Google. Go through their Instagram page. First off, go and look for a wife. Go look for divorce papers. Go on Google and go to that LinkedIn and see what they do.
You're right.
Okay,
That's true.
please let me tell you something. The last person that
Pay
I
attention, girls. Listen to these tricks just in case they don't know.
let
Hmm.
me tell you something. Anytime that I date a person, I always do research on them. And this person don't even know if they ever see this podcast, is how they're gonna find out. So I went out with this person. I went out with this person. I did my research on them. I went and looked and see what mutual friends we had on Instagram, and then I DM my friend. I was like, "Hey, you know this person? And how do you know them?" And then I was like,
Right.
"Yeah." And I was like, "Are you single?" I said, and then they told me who they dated, and they come to find out that the person used to date a friend of mine from my same group of friends that I used to hang out with back in the day.
Wow.
But I still went out, had a conversation. I'm like, "Are you single?" No, no, yes, I'm single. Then I was just like, "When's the last time you dated?" Now, mind you, I had already had all the answers to this before we
You
went
had
out.
the
You
research.
just wanted to
And
see.
then I just wanted to see if you were gonna be honest, not a not
Because
an ounce of honesty. And
I
so,
know this
yeah,
person.
I just say do your research before you go out with people.
Yeah.
Well, we actually used to do that. Well, Wendy, I don't know if you remember. I'm gonna put this out there, but back in the days when I was single, and when I was single, right? We we were. I worked in the nightlife where it was just like athletes, rappers. I was in that industry,
Okay,
and I remember that we used to talk. And we used to be like, "Yo, that one, he wants to get to know you. He wants your number. He's an athlete. Wait, but Google him first. Find out him how much he makes a year before."
period. Shit, period.
Yeah.
No, when my friend
Absolutely.
said that, I was like, "We're googling the motherfucker." She's like, "Yeah, bitch, you gotta know who the fuck he is, because a lot of niggas
Yeah, you better know.
they players and they bench warmers. They don't be doing shit." I'm like, "Oh my god."
That's crazy. Yeah, no, I agree 100%. You should definitely do your research before you date people. And let's just be honest, y'all. People need to date on their level of. You need to date on your own caliber, right? I feel
Yeah.
like if you know that I'm successful and I'm doing successful things and I'm doing things with my life and with my career, and you know you don't have a job or you work at McDonald's, baby, make it make sense. No, I'm not.
I mean,
Like we
it's
gotta have honest conversations because people are constantly offended by other people's success. You're intimidated by me, but you know what I do. You're literally watching my social media. You know what I do, but now you're intimidated. Oh, I really want to approach you, but I don't have
it's
anything
true.
to offer you. Why waste my time then?
I'm here bum. I'm broke, nigga. We can't have.
What are we talking
Exactly.
about?
It even
What
applies to girls too.
are we
Like,
talking about?
it's
Yeah.
like, what do you bring to the table? Like, you can't. Come on, we're here, and then you're here. No, and it's true what he said. Like, people do get intimidated.
We really have to date within our category for it to really make sense. And I know it's
Yeah.
a little bit different when we're talking about men and women. And, and most times it's okay, for women to date a man who makes more money. Or even, in this day and age, women will make more money than you make.
Yes,
It's
that's
okay, but I just feel like have something to bring to the table. So when we're talking about what are we bringing to the table, I feel like both parties should have something to offer. And I just feel like that's just the way it should be. If you're a person who works a 9 to 5, but you do have your own everything, you want to date an athlete, I feel like that's fair. You might not make
Mhm.
millions of dollars, but look, I'm already independent. I already take care of myself. I don't really need you
maybe
for
you just
that.
on the expensive gifts.
And vacations. Don't leave
Vacation.
that out because we want to go on trips. Okay.
Like my friend, but what is it that you be saying? Booked, and I don't know. She says something because baby, she be on vacation like every other month. I'm like, yes, queen, live it fucking up. She's in her
Booking
40s and
flights,
she's
not
best
feelings, or
life.
it's booking flights, not feelings.
Yes.
Yeah.
If it was up to me, I'm on a plane every month.
Listen, I'm okay with the flight and feelings. I want both. Is that too much to ask?
Oh yes. I feel the heartbeat going ba boom.
Yeah, I want both. Is that too much to ask?
Listen. I was doing the flights and feelings, and I got real feelings that I got knocked the fuck up. And look at me, I moved to a whole other state. Be careful with them feelings, because they might catch you up real bad.
Ooh, see, in my case, I ain't worried about that. I'm okay. I'm good. No, I'm good.
Gotta be careful what you wish for. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, but
Woo.
when you meet people, they definitely the first thing their first goal is to definitely prove that they could be whatever for you, and that they can just like pull you off the market type situation and turn you
Mm.
into this Susie homemaker type shit.
You
But
not me. I look like a home
nah, I feel it. I feel you.
hard. I can't deal. Jesus Christ. Sometimes I look at myself and I'm just like,
Wow. You've come a long way.
listen, I preach on this shit every time because motherfuckers stay hating on me like, oh my God, look at her. Now all of a sudden she's like so perfect. She thinks she's like an angel. No, nigga. I've never been an angel. I've always said that. I always say there's nothing absolutely in this world that you can say about me that I haven't already said about myself. But like I said earlier today, truth is you have the rights to change, grow, and evolve. And when that time hits you, promise you, it's not by choice. Sometimes it's just what it's meant to be, how it's meant to be, and what life God has in plan for you. So at the end of the day, like I think that it was my time to grow up, mature, become a mommy again after 13 years. You know,
Mm,
first of all, I still embrace this lovely, curved, voluptuous little body of mine
are
at
you
this age,
still?
my kids. So at the end of the day, I feel like it was meant to be. It had to happen. It happened at the perfect time, and it's okay if now I want to sit here and share my stories of everything that I've been through in my life and share them with everybody. Doesn't mean that I'm becoming a motivational speaker. It's just I'm just letting people know that you go through, like prepare you for what's to come. Maybe you've been through it, maybe you're gonna go through it. Just listen, you're not alone here. Everybody, we all go through it, and it's okay to change. Because the hardest thing that I've noticed for women, and maybe you would know, you should know because I'm pretty sure you have a lot of female friends. Women are so scared to take the next step into changing because they're
Mhm.
scared. They always have that what if, or no, it's not it, or what if he does this, or what if I fail? Baby, you're gonna fail at anything you do. You just gotta lift yourself back up. Nothing in this world is fucking perfect. No
But
relationship, no friendship, no job, no career, no nothing. My thing is, once I see one way, I'm like tunnel vision straight through, and nobody's fucking stopping me. So if I'm determined to go that way, that's where the fuck I'm going. And if that means that I'm gonna leave people behind and I'm gonna grow and evolve and change my whole entire life and
It is what it is.
lifestyle, I'm gonna do it.
yeah, I
You
agree.
understand? So I'm pretty sure that sometimes people understand that, and then oh, like this person now all of a sudden wants to do this and be so judgmental. And nobody's being judgmental. It's just that, truth be told, like I don't. I'm only 37 years old, but I don't want to be the same person I was at 33 and at
Mm.
31 and at 30 and at 20. Like I don't want to. I still look at people that I have on social media or that are even friends of mine, and they're still in the same fucking shitty ass place that they were before, mentally, physically, emotionally, just like even financially. So it's like, why are you mad because the other person is growing?
Right.
And that's like the biggest problem that we have right now in society, that people don't understand what it is to mature and grow up and change your lifestyle. Sometimes you can't change your life, but you could change your life, if that makes
Of
sense. You
Yeah.
could, you understand what I'm saying? Like, make a change. So whatever. Don't get me started because I'll be started and I'll be talking my shit, and we're not here for that today.
No,
But
I'm with you. I agree with you 100%.
it's the truth. But Wendy, you're very quiet. There isn't anything you want to say.
No, I
She's
think we
always
covered
very
a
shy.
lot.
So everything is her. No,
I'm
you
the
have
I'm
actually.
we balance each other out. Definitely. We definitely balance. No, I've been more. I'm just always the quiet one.
Yeah, she's very shy. We're trying to get her out that little zone. But
I'm
I
trying.
I would definitely want to take um this time to thank you so much for
Yes.
being here. Thank you so much for like opening up with us, sharing so much with us, letting us know these little upcoming things you have coming up. I'm excited.
Mhm.
I honestly wish you the best in your career, in your future, in your love life. I'm here for all of it. I am ready to go to this grand premiere. Let me know because I'm going to get the perfect outfit and dress for this red carpet.
Period.
I'm excited for this. I can't wait to let everybody know about the movies coming up. I want to
Yes,
spread
I
more
feel
the word. I want you to like really, really, really expand. I love it. I love what you've done.
Thank
I
you.
love seeing you become, who you are now. Thank you so much for coming on here with us. I know you could be anywhere in the world, and right now you chose to be here with us, and this means a lot
Thank
to
you.
us.
and on
Thank
vacation.
you.
Come back though, because when next time you come back, we're not gonna talk about this. Now we're gonna talk some other shit.
Let me know. I'm always down for a good conversation.
We're gonna come for that. Today we're gonna keep it very
I'm
formal.
trying to be all professional and speak all proper today. But yeah, but invite me back when I can talk shit. I'm down.
We're gonna get you back on to talk shit. We have to introduce the formal you. Like we gotta let people know who you are. But now when you come back, baby, there is nothing formal. I want you to come in here and get ready to set some shit off.
Ready. Always ready. Okay. Y'all done done all my business. I done told the whole world I'm single. I'm
Oh,
kind of single.
she's
I don't
promoting
know.
that. She
Hello,
wants to do
I
a
know
whole pop balloon thing.
my friend is single and ready to mingle. So look, I got my other friend. He's single and ready to mingle too. So not to be a
The whole dating
right, seriously.
It's
But thank you
hilarious.
so much. I appreciate you being here. Wendy, once again, thank you for always coming here. Thank you for your amazing questions that you always have. You guys, again, do not forget, in order for you to stay connected with us and to stay in tune with everything we have coming out, make sure you subscribe. Hit that little button in the corner. Stay connected with us. Stay in tune with us. Make sure you're following us. I'm going to set all his information and all his tags of all his pages here. So you make sure you go follow him. Stay on because he has amazing ass movies coming out. I can't wait to see them. We love you. We appreciate you. And we'll see you
show.
soon. Okay. Catch you guys in the next episode.